passing of a beloved party member.
What happened?
I'm afraid Gorma, our beloved goblin streamer, has perished in the fight in Hope Haven.
The little fellow with the camera, he's gone?
Unfortunate. Yes.
No. What happened?
I'm not 100% certain. I sent Bernard after this ambush on the airship, and we only saw the remnants of his corpse and damaged camera equipment. Alas, I did light a candle for poor Gorba, and prayed to the god of death that his soul be judged fairly.
Well, I'm sure Sintama will be guiding him wherever he may go. But for now, we must continue with our duties. We have to safeguard Karhai. I wouldn't want foul magic taking over the area.
Damn, I don't know what Obaris has been told to give any frame of reference.
I don't think anything.
Not really anything. He's just been told that he has known that there is like suspicious witch activity going on in the area, but he knows very minimal things about the party and the people on the airship.
Yeah, so Bronte walked up to a bed, and what got out was a 6'6" devil.
Oh.
And he's just rubbing his eyes. Just go.
Obaris will walk around the table. He will plant himself on the stool, and he will say,
Who are you? My name is Obaris. He said the thing.
I didn't want to say that, dude. I didn't want to say it. You said it for me. All right. I've heard of such things. I've read about such things, so it's not out of the ordinary, I would say. Well, certainly out of the ordinary, but definitely not unheard of.
Has Bronte told you anything about what's going on?
I have heard minimal things about what's occurred. You'll have to forgive me. I'm quite weary of witches myself, so I try to keep on top of any witch activity or, just any of the workings of black magic. I try and stay on top of these things, but lately it's hard to stay on top of things when you're staying in Vinyamar, but, I try to keep in touch, but what's happened up to this point? Have you encountered any witches or any black magic or anything of the occult nature? Ah, good. I always like to hear of always like to hear of dark sorcerers being eliminated from this realm.
Where we're heading, actually, I'd give you the whole rundown of what's happened so far, but at the moment we're heading towards Karhai, and the leader up there has like a small little fucking herd of hags. So
You said a herd?
I don't know if that's the proper terminology.
Either way, it sounds like more than a few. It is quite concerning.
And he's I don't know if you ever heard of those potions. I just learned of these a bit ago, but we took a bit of brain matter from the hag and somebody mixed it in the potion and drank it, and we got one of her memories. And that's how we figured out that whole situation.
Which of you decided to do that?
Not me.
Another member of the party, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
I see. That's quite advanced. I wasn't expecting such knowledge to be prevalent, but regardless, I appreciate your catching me up to speed of sorts.
Yeah, no problem. I gotta be real. Admittedly, I feel like I should be more cautious because I don't know you, but at the same time, Bronte hasn't done us wrong. He's just been a little weird.
Oh.
If he trusts you, I'm more inclined to trust you a bit.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, he and Bronte and I, we hail from the same country. We're both from Vinyamar, and I'm actually quite a trusted lore master of Vinyamar. I guide the lore keepers there and in their pursuits to become masters themselves, and if it makes you feel any better, I'm quite respected. So,
I would never wish to do any harm to any of, any of the members of this group. I'm simply trying to rid the world of black magic wherever I can.
I appreciate you explaining that, but I'm just gonna say I'm also awoken. So you're naming a country that I don't recall I've heard before.
It's fine, William. We will have much time to catch you up on these sorts of things.
Yeah, no, I've been hearing that a lot.
You see a 6 feet 8 inches tall human man. But he's a bit shorter than that because he has poor posture. He has long, flowing gray hair, and he has a quite modest beard by typical wizard standards. He has, average build. He might be a bit thin, but most notable is his very weary disposition. This man looks tired, and he looks like he's been tired for a very long time.
Just looking at the token.
As far as you can tell, he's just wearing typical wizard robes, and he's holding his staff as if it were a walking stick. He goes, hello! Who are you?
My name is Arcturus Drakehart. It's a pleasure to be working with you.
Well, Mr. Drakehart, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am the Wizard Obaris.
Yes, Bronte said many great things about you.
Has he? It warms my heart to hear that he has so graciously described me to you all. You'll have to forgive me. You seem quite familiar to me. I don't quite know from where, but I feel as though I may have read about you somewhere.
Probably as my exploits as the old king of Kahai. My brother is the one we're going to dethrone.
Yes, a former king. Well, I am humbled to be in your presence. On the stool and begin puffing on his pipe once more.
Gotcha. While this happens, and Arcturus...
I'll sit, like, I guess right across from him.
Yeah, you guys are just relaxing. Shagam here. Wakey, wakey.
Oh,
Good morning, Loretta.
Banana Man.
Good morning, Shagram.
Good morning, Banana Man.
Our party member, the esteemed wizard from Vinyamar, has arrived on the airship. Please go give him your most warm greetings.
The wizard.
He will nod.
Oh.
Magog?
What was that?
Oh, there's a chicken.
Oh, the chicken. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah.
about the chicken.
He's bringing her.
Oh.
This is when you find out the real shaman is the chicken all along.
Shagram?
Varus will stand rising once again from his stool and look towards Shagram and say, "Hello, my orc friend. How are you this fine day?"
Hello. Wizard
My name
Man.
is Obaris. It's a pleasure to meet you. And he will kind of...
Obaris.
Yes, absolutely. And he will extend his hand as if to reach for a handshake.
Jagger will shift Loretta to the other arm and extend his meaty hand out to reciprocate the handshake. He will start doing the dance.
The dance?
Yeah. He's just kind of like hopping from one foot to another, like slowly spinning around, like shaking every all the bones and feathers and shit on his body, and like hitting his staff on the floor. And as he's spinning, he will be like, "I am the great shaman, Shagrams."
Well, you'll have to forgive me. Do I have to do the dance every time I refer to you?
You want to do the dance?
Well, I'd prefer not to, but must I every time I refer to you?
You don't have to.
Right then. Shagram, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Perturb him. disturb him, gets under his skin. Master Ariel, he is a witch. Although a wizard and an apprentice to wizards, Ariel has practiced witchcraft. His bloodline is connected to the Witch King. It would not do Master Obaris well for his mental health to know that we are harboring the grandchild of the Witch King.
Sure, okay. I could see that. So did we, like, drop him off somewhere, or...?
Ariel is on the ship. No doubt, in the guise of a fox, perhaps.
Alright, so... officially, he's not here. Off the record, he's hidden for the time being.
He winks.
Alright, okay, sure.
Banging it on stuff.
Bro?
Making his-
And then just look at Obaris and go, do not worry about it, Obaris. It's nothing.
No, Loretta... I just imagine I'm gonna have her on my lap as I'm like trying to queen shit.
Did you know I found out who her owner was, William?
Mr. Dracott, I would advise you not to hide things from me.
Ishma.
And then he'll just turn quietly back around. He'll give you kind of a disappointed look, and he will turn back around.
It's a swivel
Yeah,
chair,
yeah,
too, so you can swivel around.
Okay, well then, Obaris, if you would love to know, our friend Chakra appears to have a masturbation issue.
Mars will immediately drop the quill and ink in his hand. Oh, what?
I mean, hey, you're the one that wanted to know.
How could you betray your brother?
No mind. Pay no mind.
I'm gonna stop what I'm doing. I'm like, I have Loretta still on my lap, and I'm
She's looking at you.
You know, it's a good thing he really got you out of the room, or... Well, I don't know. He's definitely choking some chicken in there.
It's really bad.
Do you still? Does your character still remember everything that you did while you were an Aaron?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Including the Shagam Cummage incident.
That's
Think
pretty funny.
especially
Is this,
including that.
Is this a... Would this be considered a spell or magical?
No, unless you come as magical. No.
I bet it felt magical.
It felt magical. That's sensational, even.
Alright.
Oh, no!
Incredible.
Oh,
So
Does that give
Shagram,
me a massive debuff to my stealth roll next?
yes. Roll with disadvantage.
All right, Percy. I have to ask, because do we hear like the bed shaking, like actively, like louder than yesterday?
Yes.
Do chickens have ears?
Yes.
Okay.
The one...
He is going to
Let's roll
plug.
again.
He's gonna plug. Oh no.
Oh, no.
There it
Yeah,
is.
Arcturus is gonna plug Loretta's ears because he knows what's coming.
Reflex is a bit of friendly fire, shall we say?
So, Shagram, you spray all over the floor. It's
Oh no.
and all of you hear it. You hear, oh, it's just, I don't know. Shagram orgasm.mp4. Like, I don't know.
I'm just working on other shit on the table, just making sure everything's good. And
Paris will walk in. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna hear it, and I'm just gonna like stop and be like, God fucking damn it.
Tobaris, at the same time of you doing that, will walk in and go, "Good lord!" I will look to you, William, and he goes, "Is it always so loud?"
Arcturus
You know,
will
this from what I've heard, this isn't even the worst thing. There was something before I was with this group.
And on the right. This is getting out of hand.
Arcturus will walk in, covering Loretta's ears, and just kind of sit on the bed and go, "That was the second loudest it's been."
Look, I get what you're trying to do, Boris, but at this point, that's a fucking teenage boy. At this point, he's gonna find any chance he can to.
Yes, of course, yes. But a little education in the art of subtlety, perhaps.
Well, if the first incident was what I think it is, I don't know if that boy's gonna
Oh no,
get any
Bernard!
subtle-
Oh no,
Oh,
Bernard!
no, Bernard!
Oh no,
I
Bernard!
don't think he's.
No, Bernard is. Oh,
I'm gonna turn around and I actually I'm gonna get up. I need to watch this.
I need to get up too. You know what? No, nah. I'm bringing Loretta with me. My memories were wiped by my brother.
But
and I was...
yet you still retained your celestial power. Is that not true?
It was suppressed a little bit, but for the most part, I kept it.
Most curious. A celestial being having the memories wiped could prove to be quite a dangerous thing.
Well, it's good that we're going after my brother then, and these hags, because they're the ones that they were the ones that had done it to me.
Yes, indeed. I can see why you would want revenge. Well, needless to say, it's very fortunate that things turned out the way that they did, and that you did indeed get your memory back.
Yes.
Well,
it is a good thing. And...
besides the point, I wanted to entrust you with this information, and perhaps I will share this news with the others at any given point, but
of course,
for now...
Your secret is safe with me, Obaris.
Thank you.
Kilani.
William?
Alright. I wanted to do more of a proper introduction. I understand you've probably been briefed on the situation, but technically I've only heard stories.
Oh, what sort of stories?
Nomad told me a couple things.
Oh, Nomad! He taught me how to shoot a gun. Did he tell you that?
He did, actually. Yeah, I still have the gun.
Oh. Make it sound so mysterious.
Well, no, it's kind of weird. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm looking at you, and it's a really funny image of you firing that.
Why is it so funny?
It's a big bullet.
And?
Did he have you set up prone?
Yeah, I did go prone.
Okay, no, that explains it, actually.
Or at least you're intimately tied with him.
I suppose so, yeah.
And you're okay with this contract?
I've been told there's definitely worse devils I could have had a contract put onto me for, but I do want to get out of it.
Oh, with your background,
it's
you should be thankful you haven't signed up with Moloch. He's the general of that particular plane. So
I think you're not the first to tell me that. It comes down to the fact that I don't know, maybe it comes off as a cliche of some sort, but I've done this for so long, and here I am in a new world. I kind of just want to, after all this is over, yeah, just stop fighting for a good bit at least.
She will smile very warmly, and she will say, I do know there's a nice beachside house on the Shield Coast. My family goes there sometimes, but more than happy to rent it out to you. No charge, of course. You're free to stay there as long as need be.
That's quite the offer to give to someone you technically didn't meet until just a couple minutes ago.
Well, if Nomad says you're a good guy, why shouldn't I trust you? You're a hero after all, right?
Yeah.
You look very scary, but you are a big old softy, I can tell. And she will boop your nose.
I'm just a soldier. I take orders. I try to do good where I can.
Well, when Arcturus' whole business is all well and done, he likely won't be accompanying you all to Silverhaunt. After all, he's got his family, his kingdom to run. He will likely send a subordinate of his.
I'm fairly certain that is how that's gonna go down. It's shit. I am gonna end up having to be, quote unquote, the heart of this group, aren't I?
Yep.
Regardless, just wanted to actually meet you after what Nomad had told me. So,
I hope I did not disappoint.
I'll just nod and it's been a pleasure. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing before you two showed up. maybe I'll go catch up with the doctor too, see what's up with him.
She will smile. She goes, of course. Pleasure to meet you, William.
I would never eat Loretta. She's too beautiful for that.
She's beautiful. She looks to Inspector Loretta, and Loretta kind of gives her the side eye. She goes, Shagger, what is your idea of beauty?
Beauty?
Oh no. Oh no.
Do you find me beautiful?
I mean, and he'll like kind of scratch his head and be like, "Yeah, I would say so."
Do you find Arcturus beautiful?
Yeah, I would say so.
What about William? Or is he too scary?
No, I mean, like, what are you asking exactly?
As far is will match the greatness that you have potentially unlocked here. The others, they're there to defeat Raito, but you're there to take his spot and do much better than what he did. Because he's a festering fool, but you are not. You know much better than he. You have been graciously touched with knowledge and lore by the Great One. I trust that you will arise in your station when the time comes. But for now, make merry. Keep the others that you know well and tight and friendly. You need not betray them or anything like that, but secrecy is always a must within our faith. And she will walk. Yeah, go ahead and roll diplomacy still.
Okay.
No.
Oof.
No.
Is that a... What is that? Is that a fail or a success?
Would you like to re-roll? I don't want to say anything yet.
I've been in this situation before.
Could get worse.
Surely
Fuck
it
it.
could be.
No.
It was almost a natural
my
one.
Heart
Yeah, I
skipped a
know.
beat.
Me
I'm
too,
not
brother.
gonna lie.
Dude,
The Return of the
oh
King,
my
everyone's
God.
like, oh hell no, we're dying.
You're like, oh shit, oh my god, look at this man. This man looks like he taught an orc how to jerk off. Oh my god, we're fucked, bro.
See, I like to imagine it's just actually, if you roll really bad, it's not you that fucks up, it's something that happens around you. Like, as you're having the speech, Shagum comes up. I just imagine you have a microphone and he goes, Anarin, where is the porn?
And you remark on the fact that though you have been gone for a number of years, you are still the same optimistic and bright king who has led Karhai through thick and thin, and is ready to take him and his people back and defeat the great evil that had been oppressing the wondrous people of Karhai, and of course, the greatest promise of all, to reclaim and rejuvenate the orange industry of Karhai.
That's the biggest thing. And at the end of the speech, he will go. And today we are not only fighting for the glory of Kahai, but for Wellent itself. And he'll raise his sword up into the sky, and a little bit of celestial light, I guess, shines down. We'll shine down on it, and the hoorahs will begin.
Your hairs on your arms stand on end, and you just see a giant bolt of lightning come down and strike the wall where the enemy troops are.
And as this lightning cracks, it begins to make enough of a dent in the wall that you see a frost giant who has joined the fight. He's beginning to tackle the wall that you made a dent in and collapse it. And the people on that battlements, the enemies on the battlements just all collapse and fall to their... If they're not dead from that, then the remaining Argonauts and adventurers and soldiers that fled in the crack in the wall begin to stab some of the remaining wounded.
Nice.
Seeing that, Arcturus will say to Abaris, Excellent work, Obaris. Good spell.
It can't be worse.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Surely
So you
not.
go ahead, and, you kind of do a
we'll
little
s-
dance.
We'll say this is like a combination of sudden blight and sanguine mist.
Yeah, and
And
these.
Do you want me to describe it? Or?
You go right ahead, actually. Yeah.
So essentially, he'll do the little dance. He'll twirl his shit around, and like the shadows will start bending and like swarming around his staff. And then as he casts it, essentially you just see the mist of all their fluids exiting through their skin, and then their bodies will just wither away and become like pretty much just rotted corpses.
Guys are just getting cleaved through by you. Obars, narrate to me how well he does in combat.
Obaris will step in front of a seemingly, overwhelming force of enemies. Something that he should not be doing as a spellcaster. He should not be standing in front of this many enemies. And he will take his sword and his spear, his staff, and kind of with both hands, he will put both hands together, and he will strike his staff into the ground. And you see a cone of cloned swords emanate from his staff and swirl and start chopping and maiming these soldiers, these enemies in front of him, and until there is near nothing left, and he could just walk straight through. Word for this. We've not come to parley with those who practice the black arts. That's what he will say.
Make an intimidation roll for me, real quick.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Does
Obaris
Arcturus
is
know Aqua?
No, I don't. So I'm standing there, sword ready, just being like, they're speaking in some sort of tongue I don't know.
She is immediately kind of like shaken aback with your booming voice. She will say, in common this time to all of you, Rytor's will be done. Whatever you hope to accomplish here, this is a minor setback in the grand scheme of things. His deeds in the Silver Haunt, that is where it truly lies. Karhai is but a stepping stone. We will slay you, and we will be on our way.
And Obaris will answer back, then it will be a stepping stone to your demise.
William Ryder, how would you like to do this?
Fucking hell yeah, brother.
I just imagine I see the hag get flung away, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm just gonna run over and just stab this guy twice really fast.
And just like that, you cut off his head. As his head flings, you like skewer it once more and then throw it. Hat falling off.
Oh.
Banishment? Are you on what?
The nightmare.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Oh. It crit failed, didn't it?
Shagrim, why don't you narrate to me how you banish this beast?
Yes!
So Shagrim, he'll be kind of adjusting his hat. He'll kind of sit there and be like, like, a little embarrassed that he tried to brain drain a mindless zombie, because hindsight 2020 probably could have guessed that. And he'll just kind of look at the beast and he'll be like, but what if it wasn't here? And he'll swarm the shadows up. He'll fucking twirl them around his body and just point the shadows at the beast and let them fucking consume the beast.
And indeed, the beast will be consumed by the shadows, and it is banished back to Abaddon until dying floor.
Okay, well then I will hit her again.
This bitch.
You certainly will.
Yes.
Rolling damage, just fuck this bitch.
With her going dying 4, Arcturus, how do you want to do this?
I will, seeing as how William felt her, but then she was like, no, that's cringe. I will, kind of like turn and like kind of do like a big downward slash like onto her corpse. Just like a big downward, not onto her corpse, she's not dead yet. This is a big downward slash and kind of like slam her to the ground. And then, much like the reverse of pulling the sword out of the stone, I will act as if she is the stone, and with the sword, I will plunge it into her through the ground.
And with a resounding crack through her ribs into the floor, but he's trying to reach for your face.
I'll go and grab his hand as he's like reaching for my face.
Brother,
it's me.
I'm sorry, brother. I've done many wrongs. I can't go back now. I've always done you wrong. I've done everyone wrong. I'm sorry for this.
It's okay, Lance. You weren't in the right mind. You were controlled. It wasn't your fault.
And his eyes are beginning to go lifeless as he's clutching onto your hands. Or is there any last words you would like to have for your brother?
Others may not forgive you, brother, but I forgive you. Rest well.
He will smile. He says, I didn't think I needed it, but thank you. He will slowly dissipate.
Wait, his body's just gone?
His body just turns to ash. And leaves behind just the armor and weapons.
Loot!
Loot. I mean, you could loot him, actually, if you wanted
I
to.
mean, I could.
Yeah. I'll give you back the belt.
You watch as Shagger's pants fall off.
Thanks.
Shagram, you lose 4 HP.
Shagram, are you quite alright? It seemed as though you took quite a beating.
Yeah.
Good to see you are still in decent enough health, my friend.
My head feels like
I got a thing to do real quick.
yeah, sure. I might.
Oh, fuck. I can't do it.
I'm looking. I don't think I have anything to remove that mallet.
We'll find someone. I'm sure there's a cleric or something in town that'll help you guys.
My head feels like a fucking car crash.
Like Mary Poppins make his way down. It's a good image, I promise you. He will begin to descend. And he sees the armor piece. And he goes, so it is done.
It is done. There was no saving him. We felled the hag and the boogeyman that was with him. The nightmare has been banished. And Lance has been reduced to nothing but ashes.
He will nod and
Oh, I also meant to have a Callista sweep up the ashes and put them in a jar. So oops.
no, you're good. Citizens are beginning to pop out of the houses and tending to the wounds, and they all kind of naturally look up from their vantage point to you. I know you don't have another. I don't know if you have another speech, and you don't have to give a long speech, but
don't worry, it'll be a short one because it's just Arcturus will set the armor down, pull out key caliber, and or summon it out and go. In a loud booming voice.
Yeah, Marvin will let it echo.
Yeah. He'll say, "People of Kahai, the tyrant King Lance has been defeated. I, Arcturus Drakeheart, am taking back control of the kingdom. Together, we can rebuild what was lost and bring Kahai back to the glory it once had." And he will raise key caliber up to the sky. Yeah, it's just that. Can I get a hero point for this?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Keep higher.
You cannot critically fail, I promise you.
Can I critically succeed?
You do critically succeed.
Cool.
Alright.
At least I crit succeed when it matters.
And in this moment, after so many years, after everything you've had to deal with, reunited with your wife and kids and your allies, Marvin, Callista, and Celine, You look to the people of You look to the people of Karhai, and the people of Karhai look back to you. The light of the gods, the light of Athelion shines onto the city of Karhai once more. Now is a time to rebuild. Now is a time to recover. You have more to look forward to, but you are not alone. You have friends and family by your side. And the people of Karhai are here to support you. Cover it, and now a whole initiative is being kickstarted thanks to Erica and Arcturus. Arcturus is relaxing at the behest of Erica, but no doubt he will quickly come back to the role of king, and he will take responsibility for the fate of his people. As I said, he will take the next 3 days relaxing, but you still have the Silver Haunt ahead of you, as each of you may relax, but you all know that the days ahead will require you to go back there. Even then, you still have Bronte. For some of you, you still have Ariel. And for all of you, of course, you still have Kaylani. These individuals have an investment and stakes in the Silver Haunt, and they need to see you guys succeed in whatever may pose there. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. You've been quite a busy man.
What the fuck is that?
And you know, after 5 some years of
soy jack
of voluntary celibacy,
Uh-oh.
you know,
Uh-oh.
you and your wife, you got busy,
Oh,
and
no.
it takes a toll on the body, you know.
Yes, dear.
Oh my god!
But not only that,
Flattening.
not only that, but also everything that's wound up has hit you. Running a kingdom, satisfying the wife, running the kingdom, satisfying the wife, and then managing the kingdom and your friends, making sure Shagram isn't beating his meat and splooging it on your fine china. It's tiring work, but you're a happy man, you're a satisfied man. It'll take a bit to recover, but you'll be fine.